Hello, welcome to my torture chamber, to my heavy duty workout place. Today I'm going to show you my complete leg workout from the Ideal program from Mike Mentzer. 4 exercises. Start with a sissy squat, which originally is a leg extension, but I do not have a leg extension machine, nor do I have the money to buy one. So I do a sissy squat, a very good substitute for the leg extension. Second exercise, I do a squat. Squat I'm going to do with the rubber bands. It's going to be actually a front squat. I do this in a pre-exhaust style, so there's virtually almost nothing. Maybe 1 second, maybe 2 seconds. Go from one exercise to the other. Rest in between. Third exercise, lying leg curl. Also with rubber bands, because I like them. Easy. That's why. Fourth exercise, calf raise. Calf raise I do with 3 weights. Have some belt around my waist, hang the weights there, and I do my calf raises. Just because I do not like them with the rubber bands. I just don't seem to get the right position, and the right stretch, and the right movement, and the right feeling in my calf. So that's why I use 3 weights. The way I do my set is a little bit different than from Mike Mentzer. I do not just do simple repetitions, because I got into the Ellington Darden technique 30-10-30 a while ago, and I like it very much. And there's nothing special, nothing magical about it. You can just do your repetitions, of course, but I like this 30-10-30. And if you don't know what it is, the first 30 is a 30-second negative. Then you go on with your 10 repetitions, so actually what is regularly 10 repetitions, 12 repetitions. And after these repetitions you do a 30-second negative. And working with rubber bands, I like this a lot, especially because of the negative part of every repetition with the rubber band is getting more easy while you're going down, or you lower the weight, or you, with a leg or with the back you go up. It's getting more easy because there's less stretch on the rubber band. So the last 30-second negative I like very much because I can play around with it a little bit. I'm going to show you with my workout. This workout video is going to be running through, so it's no stops, no cutouts, no that you see me resting for a few seconds and then you think, hey, he snipped it, so probably he's sitting there for 5 minutes and then start with the second exercise. No, I'm going to make a complete video, complete workout. Probably it's going to be boring because you see me resting like this. So it's not for entertainment. I do not do the glamour videos. What you see, no, what you see is what you get, and this is how I do it. So let's start. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to start with a warm-up, and when you do a pre-exhaust exercise, pre-exhaust workout, let's say, you always warm up with the second exercise, because the second exercise is going to be the compound exercise that works multiple muscles. If you would start with the isolation exercise and you do only this warm up, you only, in this case with the legs, with the sissy squat, what works the quads, and the squats works the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads, that when you start the second exercise, your glutes are not warm, your hamstrings are not warm, so you start immediately with this. So when you do a warm-up, start with the warm-up from the second exercise, from the compound exercise. As you can see, so when I go down, I do a dead stop, and from there I'm going to move again. I do not bounce up and down. I do not want to have extra momentum. Go up, go down, stop, and then start moving. By the way, a warm-up is really just a warm-up. And what that means is that you do not want to exhaust yourself with a warm-up. You just want to make sure that when you started the workout that you don't get any injuries. Anyway, try to avoid them in that way. Look. That was my warm-up. Now I prepare everything for the whole workout. Start with preparing the second exercise. Take my time with this, don't rush it, it's not necessary. Place it like this, that I can start immediately. All I have to do is just go from one exercise, jump on the other, and start. The thing with a pre-exhaust workout, you go from one exercise to the other. You do not get second chances. So you really want to be focused and you really want to be prepared for the worst. And the worst is the pain. So you have to be mentally prepared for the torture to come. Because you only get one chance, one opportunity to do it right. So as soon as I flip the switch from a semi-relaxed state to prepared for working out, there's no turning back. And this is why many people try high intensity training, they fail. They cannot flip this switch. They just think, okay, I get a second chance, because many people do a second set or a third set or a fourth set even. So they get multiple sets to do it right. And with high intensity training you have to do everything in one time. First thing has to be right. As soon as mentally something changes, just some thought even, it can already ruin your whole set. It can just change something that you're not prepared anymore and you're not ready to go to failure, to the end. Your failure is sooner because you're just mentally not, physically you can, mentally you just drop the ball. So let's start. For security, because my camera sometimes has some hiccup and it stops after 10-15 minutes or something, so I'm scared that in the middle of my set my camera is going to die off, so I have to go into a restart and go back again. Yep, just did it. I have here a clock, so I can see what is it, 30 seconds. I start always at the 12. Just some mental thing. But from that moment on, it's go time. No turning back. From this point of the workout, I take a little bit longer rest. Sometimes 2 minutes, sometimes 3, and sometimes I go only 1 minute. All depends how I feel. It is no value to go from a quad exercise to a hamstring exercise to go so fast. It's really not necessary, just as long as you do not cool off too much. The main part is actually to catch my breath. It's harder with talking, but hey, we're making a video, right? As you saw with my last exercise, with the squat, I did first repetitions. I thought I managed to do 7. They're all under control, and then followed by a slow negative. When you do a negative with rubber bands, it's difficult because as soon with the squat you go down, it gets easier. It doesn't feel easier, but it gets easier. Normally with a barbell, in a barbell squat, the lower you go, the harder it gets. Because the weight stays the same, top position is the easiest, and it becomes harder. With the rubber bands, top position is the hardest, and then the exercise becomes harder, but the resistance gets less. So what I'm doing is omni contractions, and omni contractions are actually that you pause in 3 places, and in this case I went down till this point, then I try to move myself up again to go as high as possible. It should be impossible. If it's possible, you did not do enough repetitions, and in my case it was impossible. I tried this for about 1 second. Try to go up again in 1 second. Then I go down again, and that's getting freaking hard. And in the second part, second position, I stop again and try again. I do not, and that's important, when I'm trying, I'm not going to go down, bounce, and try to force myself up. No, I stop and then I try go up again. It should not be your main goal to try to force it up, because you have to go up. Now, the main goal is to stimulate more muscle fibers, deeper inroad, which should have some muscle building in return. So, catch my breath a little bit. Now we do a leg curl. Go lie down, nice and easy. Zip, 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 zip. Good position? Yes, of course. So, leg curl. I do again with rubber bands. Attach them to my ankles. All the way around, mister. Again, going to use the 30-10-30 from Ellington Darden, but a slightly different way. And why? Because there's a nice, with exercises like this, you can get a big contraction. I'm going to do a 10-second static hold. 10 seconds static hold, and then from there 20-second lowering. As you're going to see, it's not complete lowering, because again, with the rubber bands it gets more easy when you go back, because of less stretch on the rubber bands. So when you have this position and you go all the way to that position, then you should see it like this. I have 20 seconds. From 20 to 10 it's still here, and then the last 10 seconds I go a little bit faster, because there's anyway less stretch on the elastics, so less resistance, so I go a little bit faster there. So a little bit less rest, because if you go from here to here and you would do it gradually in the same time, just 20 seconds, and where it's the hardest you want to stay the longest, and not the easiest as long as the hardest part. So you want to use this. And then after that I'm going to do my 10 repetitions, and then again a 30-second slow negative, with of course the omni contractions. Okay. was nice. As you could see, I do not do full repetitions with this one. And the reason is because it's getting too easy in this particular situation. It's this situation, yeah. But I do half repetitions or quarter repetitions, whatever you want. I stay in the hardest part, the hardest position, the longest. And as soon as I feel I can't make, or it's getting harder, then I make my repetitions a little bit longer. So while my repetitions get harder, get longer, I make also a little bit more greater range of motion. And as soon as I find out that I can't reach the top position anymore, from that moment on I start my 30-second negative. So that's it. Yes, calf raise, most boring one. Again, I do this with the belt. You can do this with rubber bands. I don't like it, but yeah, if you do not have these weights, or you like to use rubber bands with calves, and just use them. Up. Nothing magical. And trust me, with rubber bands, you don't grow 3 times better than with free weights or with machines. You know, it's just another way of doing your exercises, training your muscles. Just don't buy this X3 crap just because you think it's going to give you better results. But it's just another nice way for training. With calves, what I'm doing differently than with the rest is I do 2 seconds up, 5 seconds down. Why? And just because I like it. I like the way it feels. I like to give the way it gives the results. Again, nothing spectacular. There's nothing better than this from Ellington Darden 30-10-30 or 30-30-30, or doing slow reps or fast reps. Just slow reps are a little bit safer, no explosive movements. And with calves I feel that the 2 seconds up doesn't give you this explosive movement because it's just a short movement, of course. And with the 5 negative I just like the feeling. So nothing special, nothing exotic. Just going to use my trusty timer.
Twee, 3, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,